Welcome to Celestial Rose Tarot channel today here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. As per usual, we're just kind of looking at whatever you need to know with the general topic of, what do you need to celebrate about yourself? So we're looking at a bit of a confidence boost. I do feel that there is a little bit of inner child elements coming out here. But there's something about reconnecting with a part of you that has been forgotten, or just a part of you that maybe Spirit's really wanting to highlight. Your spirit guides are absolutely here, and they are wanting to just put this in front of you to help you kind of reconnect with yourself again and just recognize or reconfirm some of the things that you know about yourself. So pile number one, we have the citrine. One. Pile number two will be the peach moonstone, and this one actually jumped out of my box, out of the box where I keep my crystals. I was rather enthusiastic. Oh, look, it does it again. And then this one is orange calcite. Number three is orange calcite. So pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. And your timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you in your readings. Pile number one, welcome to your reading today. You have chosen the, citrine. Cool. And what is it that your guides, your higher self, the powers that be, the all, God, what do they want you to know about yourself, and what do they potentially want you to celebrate more about yourself or focus more on in a positive light? So you've got, these cards came out very decisively. So you could be someone who is very good at making decisions very swiftly. There is something around this that you may not have been aware of, that your ability to make decisions in some type of way, however that is for you in some type of fashion, and it could even be how you choose to dress. There is something important that is wanting to be recognized about your decision-making process. With the Eight of Cups, this is typically a card that talks about walking away from things that no longer serve you. That's the very general gist of that card. Now, what I'm getting with this card is that pile number one, you guys are actually, you've been somehow taught or been made aware of something about yourself that you're supposed to walk away from. Now, I'm actually hearing that is false. There's an aspect of you that I think as you grew up or as you moved away from a certain group or type of situation, there's something about you needing or being told in some way. It could have been a subliminal message, and it could have been someone outright saying this to you. It just depends on your situation. But there is an aspect of you, it's a part of you that's actually connected in with you very emotionally. You're tied to it emotionally. And this aspect of you, for a long time, you have been told to walk away from this part of you, to stop being a certain way. And I'm feeling a lot of grief around this. I'm just doing some light codes to bring clarity here to the situation, whatever it is for you, and just to bring harmony to your situation, that you be able to accept this part of you, this piece of you. I'm hearing something about a piece of pie. And so this part of you, you were somehow taught or told to kind of cut that part out. It could have been cutted out. And that's actually a lie. It's false. Don't listen to those haters. This is just matrix programming, if you will. And this part of you is actually what makes you an expert in your field. Okay, so don't lose that part of you. In fact, if you feel that you have walked away from that part of you, this is not a part of you that is harmful to others. It's a very peaceful, probably something to do with the inner child. We do have a lot of orange crystals out today, and that speaks to the sacral chakra, which is often your sexuality, but also it's to do with the creativity that is in you and that inner child place within you. So let's keep going. We have the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. So this is a very emotional read, or at least it's speaking to the water in the body or the emotional state of your being. I'm going intuitively now. I'm actually stepping away from the traditional meanings of the tarot cards, but they've been a great prompt. I feel like you are very intuitive, and you might receive, maybe you're someone who's really good at, you take a manual, if you need to set something up, like those flat packs you get from IKEA and things like that. Maybe you're someone who you take one quick look at the instructions and then you say, okay, cool, I've got it from there. You don't need to follow the instructions all the way through, because you like to do things your own way. It's like you see instructions as more like guidelines. And now I'm seeing Neil Caffrey from the TV show White Collar. There's something about him that is coming forward now, and it's the part of him that is, in the beginning of the show, he's on an anklet because he's a convicted felon for art crimes, and he was on an anklet, so he only had a certain amount of distance that he was allowed to walk or move around New York City while he was on this anklet, right? And he still made the best of his situation, and he came out pretty well because he ended up finding lodges with someone who was very, very rich. And so he made the best of a really bad situation, right? So that could be something that comes in for you as well, is that, whatever else you may take from that story, there is something here where you're really good at making the best of situations that are uncomfortable or really restrictive. There's something very random coming in here, that you may be someone who enjoys espresso coffee, and that could even be something that you've been told to walk away from. But if it feels right for you, then by all means, drink the coffee. Do what makes you happy. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, guys. So part number one, your ultimate message here is to do what makes you happy and to express yourself within the relation. Like, there's something about like relationship with yourself. Like, who are you really? Connect with yourself and express yourself and be whoever makes you happy. I'm hearing clear the water. So maybe drinking a bit more water could be really helpful, and talking to the water that you drink, placing your hands around your glass of water before you drink it, and just put some positive light and intentions into your drink and then drink it. So I'm going to leave that there with you guys, pile number one. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you around. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. I have pulled those cards very intuitively, haphazardly. So you could be someone who, we're looking just kind of at whatever spirit and your guides want you to know at this time, with the focus of, no, this one is actually more open for you guys. Now, you guys, I think you do have this open energy. There's this very connected to your inner child. I'm getting the word sprightly, and if you recall in the intro when I described how I chose this crystal, actually the crystal chose you guys. This crystal jumped out of the box where I keep all my crystals. It was very enthusiastically ready to come out for this reading. So I feel like you guys, you're a group of people, pile two, who tend to look before you leap. I do get the sense that this has kind of put you in some pits every so often. Like, if you look before you leap, and then you kind of, if the plan hasn't readily been made, or there's no contingency plan or something like that, there is something there about just highlighting this aspect of you. Now, that's a really cool thing to be, is someone who's very open to the universe and open to the universe surprising you, right? But there is a need here with the Ace of Wands to refine your energy and set intentions more deliberately. Yeah, just being kind of more intentional with your energy, because if you think about it, this energy could be all over the show, like fireworks, kind of just going everywhere, right? However, just kind of like in this, it's going sort of everywhere. However, this energy is very vital even. It's very potent and powerful. And imagine, instead of digging yourself a hole and just sending the energy out any which way, you could be someone who overgives, or you maybe stay too late at the office when you should be going home and getting some rest. So it's like this energy is kind of scattered, and so there's a bit of need to just identify where can you be more resourceful with your energy so that you have more left over for yourself, but also in terms of creating and manifesting what you want. Imagine if you were to, instead of having 10 things that you want to achieve in 1 week, imagine if you just put all your energy, or 8 things, imagine if you just put your energy into one thing and really direct everything. Imagine how quickly you can get things done. You know what I mean? So then I can hear you guys asking, a bit of Catherine tape just came in there. Asks me a question. Do I look bothered to you? Do I look bothered? So the question here is, what do I want to create? And that's a big question when you really kind of start unpacking it. What do you really want? What do you want in life? So your guides are actually just putting, this is going to be a very short message for you guys. Your guides are actually putting forward to you now to really spend this next short period of time. It might be 3 days, it might be a week, it might be 2 weeks, just however long it takes for you guys to really hone in on what is the life that you want to be creating, and start being more targeted in your approach. And this could be something to do with business goals that you have right now, or it could be to do with personal goals that you have right now. Whatever it is that you are, there's things that you want. Okay, but 12:44 just popped up on the timestamp there. So, and I saw that earlier today. So that's definitely an angel number for you guys, or even a time for you guys. Talking about paying attention to dates and times. There could be a significant date that is coming up for you guys, pile number 2, and that is a target goal for you. Whatever that date is, there's something about, what if you could achieve one thing and have it fully manifested for you by that date? How can you create that success for yourself? Like, how can you fine tune and simplify all the things that you want to do into one cohesive goal and have that completed by that date? Even kind of reflected in the Ace of Wands here, by that date, by one specific event, if you will. So yeah, really this reading, part 2, is your guides are just wanting to highlight to you that you have this beautiful resource of manifestation energy, and the word harmony is coming to mind. And they're really just wanting to put forward to you that if you can, you would solidify your energy, or just refocus or regroup your energy, and kind of, there's a maturation process in this, and really hone in on what it is exactly what you want, even if it means kind of pushing things out a little further and just asking for a little bit of time and space from clients or your family or anyone who's pressing on your time, and just take a couple of days to really look at what it is that you want and lay everything out in front of you and think, okay, well, I have all these resources available to me, taking inventory of everything that you have and just putting it out in front of you, and combining forces in a way, combining resources, possibly combining strategies with another person. I don't know that, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of choice here. But yeah, without getting too sort of lost in this message, how can you, where are you wanting to direct your energy and really just think of all the possibilities of what you could create when you're really in harmony with yourself and with the universe and with your time, your energy, and your resources. So pile number 2. That brings us to the end of your reading. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the best with whatever you are positively aligned with. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You have chosen the calcite, the orange calcite, I believe it is. Yeah, so when I brought this card out, I heard to the gateway. I don't know what that means. To the gateway. Maybe there will be some more information coming out about that later on in this reading. I don't know. But there's something significant about this astrological sign. I don't know bugger all actually about astrology. However, this astrological sign here is significant. Okay. So for you guys, what do your guides want you to know? What is being brought forward to you? What is possibly wanting to be celebrated about you? What are your guides wanting to put in front of you that they want to recognize about you, they want to honor about you? I also heard as well, which I'm realizing this was for you guys, is you guys are very calm when shit hits the fan. A tower moment can be where something like catastrophic happens, or you realize, oh no, I forgot to pick the kids up from school, or oh no, we've run out of toilet paper. I feel like you're really good at shifting the energy in these moments and making people laugh, or lightening the mood and making it become more, there's something about turning it into something artistic even. There's something about Hercules as well, like the movie Hercules. And also there's a sign, watch for the signs. I feel like you watch for the signs. So you're really good at reading the weather. You're really good at reading symbols. You could even have the gift of foresight or the gift of prophecy. But even just you're really switched on in the way that you pay attention to the things that are happening around you. So you could just, this is really random, but you could be someone who would make a good security guard, for example. Yeah, you could make a good security guard. You could even make a really good teacher, because you're someone who pays attention to things and you notice the nuances, you notice the things that other people don't, because you're seeing things from a different viewpoint. It could be a higher viewpoint. It could actually be a lower viewpoint as well, but you see things from a different perspective. That's confirmation here. This is telling me that you guys, you have reincarnated, or you have been through something multiple times, that you're no longer a stranger to that particular experience. You could be an experienced gardener. This is also making me think of, the mandrakes in Harry Potter. So you could actually be an experienced writer or storyteller. But again, you notice the things that others don't. So maybe you're someone, you just notice, the flowers around you, or you notice the birds or something in nature. You notice something. You notice maybe when the plants need watering in your home or something. I don't know. And then we've got the Hanged Man here. That one feels very mysterious in a way. It's like, what are they trying to say about this? You know what I mean? So let's just meditate on this before I kind of move forward with it. I'm hearing one of these is not like the other. So these two are kind of similar in the way that they look like underworld kind of creatures. But then here is this Ace of Pentacles who kind of lives in the underground a little bit, but there's also an aspect of this card that is above ground. And that's starting to sound a little dark, but I don't think that's where they're going with this. Guys, can you be more clear about this? I am getting a timeline for you guys that there is something about your childhood that needs to be addressed because something has stagnated. If you think about, this is the child who first came in, who's full of life, fresh, bouncy, loves unicorns and rainbows and everything. And then over time, this is like, the frog in the boiling pot. As this frog is in the pot, it doesn't realize that the water is getting warmer and warmer, and then it becomes very hot, and then all of a sudden the frog's boiling. So it's this sense of being in a situation that you didn't realize that it was getting sort of more tedious, or it was progressing, but you didn't realize, and then all of a sudden here you are, and you're like exhausted or angry. I am getting anger here. So there's something about your heart chakra, you guys. Something about your guides are wanting you to go back to what's natural, go back to what feels authentic, natural, and easy. Even if you need to do this in the privacy of your own home, this could be, playing an instrument that you haven't played for a long, long time, or even like woodwork, or say fixing a car even, because it kind of looks like, what you might cars, I don't know, gardening even. But there's something about kind of going back to an activity that feels natural to you, and it might be something you have even potentially overlooked for a period of time because you've been trying to get ahead in your career, or you've been focused on something else. But your guides are just kind of gently bringing you back to your authentic, natural, organic self. There is a message here as well for someone in particular, and I'm not telling you what to eat and what not to eat and whatever, but there is a message here for someone to consider organic foods, or a slight shift in nutrition or diet, and just honoring something about your tendencies or your sensitivities, intolerances. There could be a food tolerance here, or intolerance even. That's just for someone. If that resonates, it's not for everyone. And there could even be a message here for someone who needs to start eating more red meat. There's definitely something here about vegetarian or veganism versus Mediterranean, whatever you call that. There's definitely something about that, just like honoring whatever foods feel right in your body, and like you don't have to eat what you don't want to eat. So, and also to extend that message a little further, when we're talking about what goes into our body, we're not just talking about food. We're also talking about TV shows and our environment. So the physical environment is really important. And there could be an environment that you're in, pile 3, that you haven't noticed that the pot's getting hotter and hotter, and suddenly you're in boiling water, and it's like you're actually more tired than you need to be, but you haven't noticed it because maybe you've been given a little bit more workload each month, or as time has gone by, and all of a sudden you're exhausted. There's also a message about someone running a marathon, or running some sort of sports race, like a running race or Ironman even. And there's a message here as well about checking the conditions before you go. So this is not at all to put fear in you at all. These are just messages that your guides feel like, oh, can we just get someone to just pop these messages through, and this person will know when it resonates, because you'll feel that vibration of truth in your being. When you sit with something that feels right for you, that is truthful for you, it has a different resonance in your body. Like it feels peaceful, right? It feels calming to have that truth. Even if it's a horrible truth, there's this sense of peace that comes with truth, alignment. So trust yourself, guys. Pile 3, you guys have got it going on. You're doing more than enough. Oh, I just feel like we need to ground a little bit, you know? Good. You guys are awesome. Pile number 3, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to wrap that up now. We're going to, something about a Christmas present or a birthday present or wrapping up a present for someone. You are the present. Be in the present. Be in the here and the now. Don't take life so seriously. Don't take it too seriously. No one gets out alive. I'm dancing right now. This is cool. Guys, beautiful energy now. Oh, I love this. Thank you so much for sticking around for my weird antics. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.